Angelo de la Cruz from Bachelor of Public Administration A 2020, and today I am going to discuss what is policy analysis. So what is the meaning of policy analysis? Policy analysis is a process of examining and evaluating the social, ethical, financial, and other consequences inherent in current and proposed policies at the local, state, and federal levels, and developing the most effective and efficient plans to achieve the desired results. Policy analysis plays an important role in helping to define and outline the goals of a proposed policy and in identifying similarities and differences in expected outcomes and estimated costs with competing alternative policies. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, many public policies are designed to solve both current and future problems, and thus, policy analysis attempts to forecast future needs based on past and present conditions. So basically, policy analysis is the process of identifying potential policy options that could address your problem and then comparing those options to choose the most effective, efficient, and feasible one. What is the difference of policy analysis and policy evaluation? While both analysis and evaluation are ultimately trying to help policymakers make better decisions, analysis is focused primarily on a pending decision, while policy evaluation focuses on a policy or programs that is already in a place. The next is the approaches of policy analysis. Number 1, verify, define, and detail the problem. State the problem meaningfully, determine the magnitude and extent of the problem, continually redefine the problem in light of what is possible, eliminate irrelevant material, clarify objectives, resolve conflicting goals, focus on the central, critical factors, and make a quick estimate of resources required to deal with the problem. Number 2 is establish evaluation criteria. What are the important policy goals and how will they be measured? Identify criteria central to the problem and relevant to the stakeholders. Clarify goals, values, and objectives, costs and benefits, effectiveness, legality, and political acceptability. Number 3 is identify alternative policies. Consider a wide range of options. Consider the status quo or no action alternative. Consult with experts, brainstorming, scenario writing, and redefine the problem if necessary. Number 4 is assess alternative policies. Select appropriate methods and apply them correctly. Estimate expected outcomes, effects, and impacts of each policy alternative, and do the predicted outcomes meet the desired goals. Number 5 is display and distinguish among alternatives. Choose a format for display. Show strengths and weaknesses of each alternative. Describe the best and worst case scenario for each alternative, and use matrices, reports, lists, charts, scenarios, and arguments. Number 6 is implement, monitor, and evaluate the policy role of the policy analysis. Draw up a plan for implementation, design monitoring system, and suggest design for policy evaluation. So, the next topic is tools that are used in policy analysis. Some of these techniques are system analysis, cost-benefit analysis, cost-effectiveness, management by objectives, planning, programming budgeting system, zero-based budgeting, decision tree, and critical path method. First, let's talk about the system analysis. System analysis is the process by which an individual studies a system such that an information system can be analyzed, modeled, and a logical alternative can be chosen. So, system analysis projects are initiated for 3 reasons: problems, opportunities, and directives. Next is the cost-benefit analysis. It is a method for assessing the economic efficiency of proposed public policies through the systematic prediction of social costs and social benefits. So it is a way to compare the cost and benefits of an intervention where both are expressed in monetary units. The next one is the cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness can be best described as a way of analyzing a number of different ways in which cost is calculated and incurred and then comparing it with the outcome, which can make clear which one of them is most effective and provides the best outcome. So cost effectiveness relates to value of the outcome compared to the expenditures. Next is management by objectives. It is an approach adopted by managers to control their employees by implementing a series of concrete goals that both the employee and the organization aim to accomplish in the immediate future and work accordingly to achieve. So it is a process in which a manager and an employee agree on a specific performance goals and then develop a plan to reach them. The next one is planning. It is a process of setting up of goals and objectives for a given period of time, formulating alternatives for the course of action to be taken, and finally, deciding an appropriate action from the various alternatives. So planning involves surveying an existing economic situation, setting economic goals, devising economic policies, and public expenditures consistent with these goals. Next is programming budgeting system. It is heralded as a revolutionary method for making fundamental decisions affecting the objectives and magnitude of governmental financial support. So it is a budgeting tool where all budgetary information is organized. The next one is zero-based budgeting. It is a budgeting technique in which all expenses must be justified for a new period or year, starting from zero versus starting with the previous budget and adjusting it as needed. So zero-based budgeting is where you assign all of your income to specific budgeting categories until there's no money left over. Next is decision tree. A decision tree is a type of supervised machine learning used to categorize or make predictions based on how a previous set of questions were answered. So, decision tree are a non-parametric supervised learning method used for clarifications and regression. The goal is to create a model that predicts the value of a target variable by learning simple decision rules inferred from the data features. And the last one is critical path method. It is a technique where you identify tasks that are necessary for project completion and determine scheduling flexibilities. So a critical path in a project management is the longest sequence of activities that must be finished on time in order for the entire project to be complete. And that's all for today's video. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching.